and the sources mention that it was the first battle of Filipinos against outlanders. One chronicle contributed immensely to European historiography, as it preserved and popularized the achievements of the Magellan-Elcano expedition. There are eyes who had seen and survived the battle. Some chose to stay silent, while some shared their experiences. What did this battle even contribute, and what was its purpose? Many people thought that the Magellan's voyage was a failure and did not even achieve much because they lost the Battle of Mactan. But, in the eyes of Antonio Pigafetta, there's even more than what we were taught about. The question is, who is Antonio Pigafetta?
In the Philippine curriculum, students are taught Philippine history about the colonization by the Spaniards. The Spanish era lasted around 3 centuries. It was during this time that the Philippines have been under the longest reign by a foreign power.
History indeed had different versions of this voyage, but there's one that stands out. And this version is known as Antonio Pigafetta's. It talks about the first of many Spanish expeditions that happened in the Philippines, and was made by Ferdinand Magellan in 1521. Magellan set foot on the Philippine soil in March 16, 1521, sailing out from a highland at a distance of 300 leagues from the island of Natroni, an island named Zamar.
Who is Antonio Pigafetta? Is he even relevant in our history?
Antonio Pigafetta was a well-educated young man possessing an avid curiosity of the world. He joined the delegation of the Monsignor Francesco Chiragati when the latter was assigned as papal mission to Spain. Once you find the journey, we have very little knowledge of Magellan's numerous contributions in the field of geography, navigation, history, and other related areas. If you ask a kid about Magellan, what would they say?
They would say, "Wap."
Exactly. A kid would answer that because that's what they were taught in schools, without knowing that they're actually wrong. According to Pigafetta, it is not Lapu-Lapu who killed Magellan, but one of his comrades. See, that's the importance of Antonio Pigafetta's account. Since it was a primary source, it serves an enlightenment of a piece that is puzzled that represents what really happened in the past.
So was Pigafetta the only one who wrote an account about the expedition?
Actually, years after the ship Victoria arrived in Spain, Moluccas Island came off the press. Its subject matter is as the same as Pigafetta's book, but the author was not an eyewitness, as he was not part of the expedition or the voyage. His narrative is based off of the interviews he conducted off of the survivors of ship Victoria.
So how did Antonio describe what happened in the voyage? Pigafetta is one of Magellan's men. He sees everything through the eyes of the loyal follower. He described Magellan galloping primarily, how he is good at handling the islands he sent defeated to, how they promote Christianity and expanding the friendship with other tribes by doing blood compact and putting across for the standards given to him by the emperor, so wherever he might go, he should set up those tokens. He wished to set it up at a place for the benefit, for whenever any of the ships came, they would know that they have been there. For that cross, if any of his men were captured, they would be set immediately on that sign being shown.
Based on Pigafetta's account, how did the Battle of Mactan even start?
Well, the battle started when the Zulu chief of Mactan sent one of his sons to present 2 goats to Captain General Magellan and to say that he was going to send other things that he had promised. However, he wasn't able to send them because the other chief, Si Lapu-Lapu, he didn't obey the King of Spania. And Zulu requested to Magellan to send them only 1 boatload of men on the next night so that they might help him and fight against the other chief. But Magellan decided to thither with the boatload. They reached Mactan 3 hours before dawn, and they said Captain General Magellan did not wish to fight. However, he sent a message to the natives by the Moro that they should obey the King of Spania, recognize the Christian king as their sovereign. But the chief asked not to proceed to attack them at once, but to wait until morning so that they're gonna have more men.
Why do you think Pigafetta's account is even relevant?
Well, I think it's relevant because it's beneficial in a way that it enriched Philippine history because it contains important details about the conditions of the Visayan Islands in the 16th century. It covers the details about the former leaders, their economic activities, social and cultural activities, religious beliefs were identified. This account can be a main source of historical information about the beginnings of Christianity in the Philippines.
The account of the Pigafetta enriches not only European historiography, but also the Philippine historiography, for it contains important details about the conditions of the Visayan Islands in the 16th century, the account of the first mass in the Philippines, the conversion of Raha Humabo and his wife, and the story of the image of the Santo Niño. The account also explains on how the expedition of Magellan proves that the world is round and not flat, and it demolishes the myth that there is boiling water in the equator. That's all for today. I'm Joshua Enriquez, and this has been RPH Witness.